Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and we are talking hockey as per usual. Wings not the best week. They finally got out of their slump uh, during the week, but they're still losing games. They started the week against the Sabres, losing 7-3. That wasn't the best start to our week.
No, I mean they're remarkably they're still in the AC,
Yes, they
um,
are.
hanging on to that last playoff spot. All these other teams kind of suck too. Um, the Islanders haven't been playing well, and we got them on Thursday, I believe.
I
We
think
have
it's either this week or
this
next
is
week.
a this is the make or break week as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I if they don't take three of the next four,
They're in trouble.
they're in big
They're in
trouble.
trouble. I mean, you
They're in
you
big trouble. They're
s-
playing a horrible Columbus
yeah,
team.
yes.
You're
You should.
playing the team that's chasing you in the Islanders. You have to beat those two teams. You
Yes.
have to
You
because you're
got
going to probably lose over the weekend.
you got outscored and outshot against Buffalo. 39 shots, 7 goals from Buffalo the first game of the week. Next game of the week, Arizona now comes here and beats you and outshoots you. Well, they didn't outshoot you. You had 27 shots, but they got 4 goals on net. And you didn't want to lose to the Coyotes. You didn't want to get swept by the Coyotes this year. You need that win. Then you come home, you finally break your losing streak and beat Buffalo 4-1. And it was a decent game. 26 shots though,
It seemed
no
like a
barely any offense.
right.
Larkin is not your only offense. That cannot be the reason
Where
why
is
you're
our
second.
offense gone? I mean,
And
what has
then
happened?
then yesterday
It
in
can't
Pittsburgh,
all be because of Dylan
your
Larkin.
yesterday in Pittsburgh, your defense completely didn't show up for the first period, letting up 18 shots in the first period,
I was like
three
sitting there
goals.
watching that. I'm like, what? Dear God, how can you get mad at Lyon? I mean, the guy's probably was shelled.
Yeah,
Which
it's
leads me to another thing that maybe we have to say for another video too is when I looked at that team, could we have made a deal for Sidney Crosby? For his contract is up next year. We'd have him through next year.
I don't think
I think we should
Pittsburgh
have at
wants
least
him.
made an offer.
I don't think Pittsburgh wants him playing for a different team.
He
But
could go back to him after
mhm,
next year.
that's not the legacy
Let's
you
rent him for
need.
2 years and then
That's not the
send him
legacy you
back.
need.
Why?
It's
I
not
mean,
the
I don't
legacy.
get it. Every team does that. There are very few people play their whole career with one team. I know you want it, but so what? Hey, we got Patrick Kane. He should have retired in Chicago.
He still might.
He still might.
He still might.
But
But
man, I tell you what, Sidney Crosby would have been a hell of a pickup at the trade deadline.
I don't think they would have traded him. Just like the Capitals wouldn't have traded Ovi. They wouldn't have done that. But looking ahead on the week, you are correct that we need to win at least 2 out of the 3 games this week. At least you're going to play the Blue Jackets.
Right.
They are not a good team. You need to beat the Blue Jackets. I'll be at the game, actually. But they need to beat the Blue Jackets. There's no reason why you should lose to the Blue Jackets. They suck. They only have won 23 games
Right.
this year.
They're horrible. And they're all discombobulated. I mean, they don't seem to have any organization at
And
all.
hopefully,
Just
this is the
a
week
mess.
Dylan Larkin comes back.
Yeah, I mean, have you heard anything about that? He was supposed
According
to
to
be. It's been
ESPN,
2 weeks.
the return date is tomorrow, which would be today when I put the video out. It says March 19th. So
So
we'll
he's
see.
supposed to play tomorrow night.
Maybe. I don't trust ESPN enough to make that judgment because ESPN sucks with
We
hockey.
need him.
But he should be back soon. But Columbus is not even averaging 3 goals a game. They're averaging over 3.5 goals against, and they're only averaging 30 shots on net and 33 shots against. But we're averaging 28 shots per game. Under 30 shots per game is what we're averaging throughout the whole year, which is not good. Their power plays at 14% and their penalty kills at 77, but you should beat them. Columbus should be your win this week. And the Islanders, who are right on you, you need to beat the Islanders.
Yeah, you need to. These are two almost must games.
And then
I
you
have.
go.
To, yeah, I
And then you go play a good Predators team on Saturday to end the week. And again, you have to win these games, even against good teams, because you're going to go play the Capitals next week,
well.
who are
That's
right
what
up
I'm
on you.
saying. I'm trying to be nice. You got to beat the teams that are chasing you, and you got to beat Columbus. If you win 3 of the next 4 and you lose to one of those losses to Nashville, that's at least understandable.
There's
Um,
not a lot of games left in the season.
no, 15,
There's no, we have 13. No,
13.
no, 14. 14
So
games left.
14 out of those 14, I still say you probably need to win 9.
You need to probably win like 10.
Uh,
And it's not going to be easy because the month of April consists of the Lightning, the Rangers, the Sabres, the Capitals, the Penguins, the Maple Leafs, and then the Canadians twice to end the year. It's going to be a packed full April probably.
does not look good. And I'm really worried if they don't make it. But then you got to start questioning me. I was watching some um, podcast talking about that Lalonde should be fired right now today, because that's what happens in hockey. You make shakeups, and um, I I don't think Eisman's that kind of guy, though. I don't think he would
No.
do that. Not that that's a bad idea. It may be a good idea. But I just don't
So
think Eisman would do it.
the
Uh,
issue right now though when we're looking at playoffs, right? We're sitting in that second wild card, but we we play two more games than Washington, who's a point behind us, and one more game than the Islanders, who is also again 1 point behind us. The Islanders have almost won as many games as they've lost in overtime. They're 29, 23, and 15.
well,
They got 15 points from just making it into overtime. You take half those away as a regulation loss, and they're not where they're at.
right. I mean, these are not good teams. And you know what? Let's face facts. The Wings aren't a good team. They're an okay team, maybe. Maybe. Let's wait till the end of the season to make any judgment on that. Because you could say that it's been good so far, but we still have 13 games. They might be right around 500 or under if they don't shape up. And then you're not going to say they had a good season.
If they win 10 more games, they're at 44 wins.
I'm asking for 9.
So you're asking for 9. I think they're going to need to win majority of the rest of the way for them to even be comfortable in
9
the
would
playoff
give them
spot.
18 points. What would that put them at? 18.
18 would put them at
74.
92.
That would be acceptable. Acceptable. 9 wins out of the next
92 points and whatever overtime losses you might get in that time too. But they need to do something. Something.
We
in the
said
rest
at
of
the
the
beginning
way.
of the year we were shooting for 90 points.
I think we're shooting
there.
for 95.
Well, you were. I was just happy with 90.
I was shooting for 99. That was my
So
prediction.
I mean,
But
let's
that's
get
not
in the
happening now.
90s and then see what happens.
They can do it.
But right, I mean, the way they've been playing, they're going to be lucky to be in the mid 80s. They're playing really, really bad, and it's inexcusable, really, to go through what they're going through. I don't care about Dylan Larkin being out. I understand that you might not be able to keep up any, but to lose what you've lost and how you played without any heart,
You picked the wrong time to go on a losing streak.
right?
Wrong time.
And it's the effort that people are upset with,
It doesn't look like they're playing well. Besides Raymond,
right?
who got in
Raymond's
a
the only
fight
one
with
showing
Sherrod
up,
during a
and Reimer.
practice. And Reimer's
Maybe
playing
Reimer
well.
should be playing more.
He probably will.
You know what? If Lyon is tired, if Lyon looks like she's failing, see if Reimer can pick up.
I would
slack
not be
for the next
surprised
week
if
or two.
Reimer is playing with a few more
That's
games to end it.
Right. We need to understand. No one is looking for any playoff success here. None of us think that this team is going to go anywhere. But making the playoffs is progress. Is what we should do. After 5 years,
We don't even want to win the playoffs. We just want to be in the playoffs.
we just want to be in the playoffs, right?
We
We're
don't
not
even want to
asking
win.
them anything. That's to us is legit progress and something to hang your hat on, at least for next year.
That Lions momentum finally hit its wall
Right.
at the end of the year, and that's not when we wanted it. And we were hoping it would carry into the Tiger season with that Lions momentum.
Well, I mean,
but
the Redwingd were playing like gangbusters 3 weeks ago. They were playing their butts off and they were winning.
bright side, if you are upset,
We thought it was a sure thing they were going to make the playoffs.
Bright side is if you are getting down on the Redwingds and you don't have any positivity left for them, at least they got you to baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
week till baseball.
March 31st, isn't that
March 28th,
it's going to be cold, man. It's going to start the season off cold.
probably. But
Let's see.
hopefully the Wings can do well this week and we end in a good point and a good note. And we can be happy with the progress that they make this week in the standings. With all that being said, though, if you like to see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.